Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. In today's video, I'm going to share my upcoming intentions at the 2026 National in Chicago. I'm going to show both some of the cards that I'm going to be bringing with me and also talk about some of the items that I'm looking to buy or trade for at the National as well. For the third consecutive year, I'm going to be set up at my buddy Andy Sandler's booth. It's booth number 407. That's 407. He has a small auction house called All Sports Auctions, and he specializes in 19th century and early 20th century memorabilia, as well as sports cards of all types: baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer. But does a lot of game used jerseys, autographs, all kinds of memorabilia items. Great variety. And so, like I said, I'll be there with Andy, helping him out with the auction consignments and showings. And I will also be consigning to him a good amount of my current personal collection, which I'm going to make some items available for sale, mainly in an effort to generate funds to continue making purchases of the items that I'm going to be looking for at the National. The items that I'm going to have on display from my own collection are not going to be up for auction. They're actually going to be for sale. So they'll be consigned to All Sports Auctions, but they'll be for sale at the National. So you can walk up to the booth and actually purchase them and walk away with the items. I'm going to show today 12 of my favorite, I would call them more mainstream cards that I'm going to have available there for sale. I'm also going to have a bunch of other cards, as well as a group of mainly Cuban baseball, Negro League baseball items, which have been consigned by a good friend of mine. So I'll be handling those at the booth over there as well. Most of the other cards I'm going to have, other than the ones I'm going to show today, are more rare or scarce. Different price points. Some of them are a little bit lower. Some of them are even more than the cards I'm going to show in this video. So I hope you stop by, check out our booth, talk to Andy. If you've got any kind of memorabilia items, sports cards, anything you wish to consign. He's been in the hobby since the 1990s, maybe even earlier than that. So one of the oldest auction houses around. So without further ado, let me start showing it's a dozen cards I'm going to show that I'm bringing to Chicago. The first one here is going to be the 1895 Mayo cut plug. One of the favorite 19th century card sets out there. Similar to the old Judge set, which is huge, the 1895 Mayos utilize real photographs on the front of the card. The back of the card is just a solid black. And this Anson card has a beautiful image on the front, no creases. It's been given an authentic altered grade by PSA. And the only thing I can possibly see is why it received that grade, the bottom left-hand corner, you can see has a little more wear on it than the other three corners. And maybe PSA felt that the corner was not perfectly natural the way it was issued. So I'm not sure about that, but I don't think the edges have been trimmed. Everything else around the card looks great. The back, like I said, is clean and a solid black, so there's no issues on the back. And Anson, of course, probably one of the two most popular 19th century players in this set. There's other sports athletes in the set other than baseball. I know my good friend Orlando from A Collector's Dream has one of these super rare cards from the set that's an anonymous college football player. And there's only, I believe, somewhere around 6 to 8 of those that exist. So that's a fantastic card. Amongst the baseball players, Anson and probably Ed Delahanty, I would say, are probably the top two in terms of desirability. So really neat. Anson, the authentic altered grade is probably going to make this more affordable than if it was given a PSA 2 or somewhere around there, which I think is what it would have received from PSA if it got a numerical grade. Again, super clean image, clean back, no creases. 1895 Mayo cut plug Anson. Next one I'm going to show. Whoops. Sorry about that. Already showed that one. Next one I'm going to show is a 1911 T3 is the catalog number on this one, American Card Catalog, also known as the Turkey Red cabinets. And this one's a beautiful full body image of Eddie Collins. Many people, many collectors consider Collins one of the more underrated of the pre-war all-time greats, and probably one of the more undervalued, not coincidentally as well. So this one's a beautiful Collins image. Don't see any issues at all with the front picture on there. All the borders are in excellent shape. The bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a bit of wear, a little more wear than the other three corners, which is responsible for it receiving a PSA 1.5 grade. And this one also has the Turkey Red advertising back, which is generally more desirable than the checklist back. Collins came in two different versions. So 1911 T3 Turkey Red Eddie Collins, PSA 1.5. Okay, next one we're going to look at is number 3. This one is Gale Sayers. And this is a Gale Sayers rookie card. It's the 1966 Philadelphia. It's one of 2 football cards I'm going to show today. And both of them are Hall of Fame rookies, as you would imagine. This one, if you look at the centering, very unusual. It has just about perfect centering. All 4 sides, white borders are equal. It's in a Beckett 7 holder, which generally I don't usually look for cards in Beckett holders. My collection, other than the Sayers, is all either PSA or SGC. But this one I picked up at a recent local card show, and the centering for this issue was just so nice, I couldn't pass it up. So this one's going to be available. Also considering possibly submitting to NBA to try to see if it'll sticker. I think there's a good chance it will. But if somebody wants to buy it before I get to do that, that's fine as well. So 1966 Philadelphia Gale Sayers and a BVG 7 or a Beckett 7. Okay, moving on to the next card. This one's going to be a 1954 Topps card, very familiar to probably all of you. It's a Hank Aaron rookie card. This one also beautiful centering, very nice color. No creases or anything like that. At a PSA 4 level, you generally don't see creases. The back on this one's also very nice. I didn't get images of the backs on these, but if you see them in person at the National, you'll have a chance to take a look, of course, first. But yeah, 54 Topps Aaron, one of the pinnacle Golden Age rookie cards, I would say, along with the Mantle, the Willie Mays, the Clemente, and of course the Leaf and Bowman Jackie Robinsons. And real nice PSA 4, 1954 Topps Aaron. Okay, next card we're going to look at is going to be, this will be the second of the football cards that I mentioned that I'm going to have. This one is a 1958 Topps Jim Brown. And if you've been after one of these, you'll know that the centering is nearly impossible to find one that's 50-50 all the way around. And I believe this one is probably about as close as you can get to 50-50 as you'll probably ever find. Pretty nice image. The clarity is not perfect, but the snowing a lot of times that appears in the black background is extremely minimal in this one to almost none. Of course, no creases, and a card that receives a PSA 6 grade, so that's not a surprise. And the back, of course, clean as well. So really nice, beautiful example, 58 Topps Jim Brown rookie card. Okay, next one coming up. Back to my more familiar pre-war baseball. 1936, Goudey, wide pen, Joe DiMaggio. This one's a rookie card. Also pictures Joe McCarthy, his manager for the 1936 Yankees. This one's got an SGC3 and a beautiful example. Again, no creases, very nice centering, and one of a couple of different rookie card options for Joe D. This is also cataloged as R314 Type 1 in the standard and the American card catalog. So 36 Goudey, R314, Joe DiMaggio rookie card. Okay, up next we've got another Joe DiMaggio card, and this is the only one I'm going to show today, which is autographed. I've only got one or two autographs that I'm bringing to Chicago, but this is one of them, the best one that I'm going to bring. This is a 1939 to 46 Salutation exhibits. So this card comes right at the peak of DiMaggio's career, as some of his biggest seasons took place between 39 and 41 before he went to war. So this one's got a beautiful autograph going up diagonally and signed in nice thin blue ink, not the real thick, more modern Sharpies. This one's received a perfect 10 for an autograph grade from PSA, and the card itself is given an authentic, and the corners show moderate even wear. So this is probably like a 2-ish kind of card if it got a numerical grade. So 1939 to 46 Salutation exhibit, Joe DiMaggio autograph. Okay, next one we're going to show is going to be a 1933 Goudey, Jimmy Fox, the Beast, and Double X as he's known. This Fox, some of the more mainstream collectors will consider this a rookie card, as it's really his first prominent mainstream card issued, although he does have several local, more regional type cards issued before this one. This one's again, beautifully centered image of Fox, almost perfect all the way around. Real nice color, and 33 Goudey is always super popular. A lot of set collectors, registry collectors going after these. And of course, Fox, after Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, Fox is one of the biggest names in the set. This one's gotten a really nice PSA 4 grade. It's an older older label, but I believe would hold up in today's grading world. The back, as I recall, is clean also. So really nice 33 Goudey, Jimmy Fox, PSA 4. Okay, moving on to, I think we're up to card number 9 out of the 12 that I'm going to show. And this is probably the most popular pre-war, or the most popular vintage baseball card of all, at least the most popular ball player, along with Mickey Mantle. So, of course, I'm talking about Jackie Robinson. And this is one of his scarcer rookie cards, much scarcer, tougher to find than the 49 Leaf or the 49 Bowman. And it also predates both of those by 2 years. It's a 1947 Bond Bred. And this one was not from the All Jackie set, which was a 13-card set that was produced after this issue. This was the very first 47 Bond Bred Jackie that was ever made. And this was part of a MLB set that's got, I believe it's 48 subjects total. And these have, they're called beveled corners. They're sort of round, but not exactly round. They're almost like flat edged on the corners. And this one's got the Jackie facsimile autograph. This one's given an authentic without any sort of explanation. Many of these were found in loaves of bread. And oftentimes they were cut slightly short from the factory, not trimmed, but just don't measure the same as what the American card catalog considers to be the full-size card measurement. So I believe that's the reason this one got an authentic. But the back is blank. From what I remember, it's a clean back and a very clean front, no creases on this one, and a really tough 1947 Jackie Robinson rookie card. Okay, so we're moving on to number 10. Okay, we've got here a post-war Golden Era Hall of Fame rookie card. Of course, this is Roberto Clemente, Pittsburgh Pirates outfield great. And this one's got an SGC4. And centering's always tough on the Clemente rookie cards. This one's really excellent. The image here doesn't quite do it justice. It's sort of taken the picture on a slope. So if you see it in person, the bottom border is not really much thinner than the top. It looks a little exaggerated the way the picture was taken here. I didn't take the chance to go back and update it. But I'll have this one also in Chicago. If you're looking for a really nice mid-grade, well-centered Clemente rookie, that's not going to break the bank. It's not a 6 or 7. You start getting into 5 figures then. But really clean back and a great color and great example for a Roberto Clemente 55 tops. Okay, moving on to card number 11. And now we're back to pre-war. And one of my all-time favorites. This one is the T206 Ty Cobb. This is the bat off-shoulder example, which, in my opinion, everybody differs on this, but in my opinion, is my favorite background of the 4 T206 Ty Cobbs. And I really like the multicolored sky in the background with the purple in the lower part and then the orange, which kind of turns into yellow. And then after some white, you got the blue sky above and the green field behind them. And then Cobb in black and gray uniform. Just looks menacing in front of that real nice background. And this one's a PSA 1. It's a very nice example for a 1. It's got 2 pinholes, one at the top and one at the bottom. So probably a favorite of Mookie Chilson, one of our favorite YouTube content creators. And this one is even better than most because it's an old mill back. So it's a much scarcer back than the normal Piedmont and Sweet Caporal. Not the rarest, not one of the rarest, but Old Mill is somewhere in the easier to mid range in terms of rarity. So that kind of brings this Ty Cobb bat off shoulder to a higher level than if it was just one of the more common backs. So again, T206 Cobb, very nice example in a PSA 1. And moving on to our last card today. Again, I'm going to have a lot of other stuff at the National beside these. but just something to whet the appetite a little bit. This one is the only hockey card that I'm going to be bringing. This is a Wayne Gretzky, obviously, 1979 to 80. It's the preferred O-Pee-Chee version. Always more in demand than the Topps when it comes to hockey. Just about every season, O-Pee-Chee is preferred over the Topps issue. And the Gretzky here, again, just about perfectly centered, which is very unusual for any 79 Gretzky, probably even more so with the O-Pee-Chee than the Topps. This one's got just about 50-50 centering all the way around. And another card similar to the Gale Sayers that I was considering submitting this to MBA, possibly while I'm at the National. But if somebody wants to pry it away before that, I would be fine with that as well. This one's a PSA 6, so it's a really solid mid-grade to upper mid-grade, I guess you'd say, example. That's not going to break the bank. It's not going to run into five figures. Once you get towards the 7 range, then you're starting to get really expensive. So 7980 O-Pee-Chee, Wayne Gretzky, beautiful, PSA 6. So that's going to wrap up the 12 cards that I'm going to show today for the in preparation for the National at my booth there, which is, again, booth 407 with All Sports Auctions. Now I've got, give me 1 second, I got to grab my list, which I didn't leave handy here, of the items I'm going to be looking for at the National in case any of you guys have something that might be for me, and we can work out a deal for it. So excuse me for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Usually prepared, but had to step away for a second. So there's a number of items I'd be interested in buying at the National or trading for, but I'm making a short list here I'm going to cover. The first one I'm going to talk about is it's a 1910 postcard, and it's got both Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner on the same postcard. And there's actually 2 different sets which the same image appears in. One of them is from the Novelty Cutlery postcard set from 1910. And the other one is just known as the Sepia postcards, also from 1910. Exact same image. Pretty much any condition is fine for me. I prefer one that's 100% intact and, the eye appeal not being horrible, but anything other than that. I've got the M101-2 Sporting News Supplement, which is the oversized piece with the same image, and I'm really hoping at some point to add the 2 postcards. So if anybody has either one of those, I'm very interested in taking a look at it. Next one I'm looking for is the Nap Lajoie rookie type piece. And there's 2 things I'm looking for, either the M101-1, which is a 1899 to 1900 Sporting News supplement, another very much oversized piece, or the W600, which is from 1902 to 1911, Napoleon Lajoie again, also an oversized piece as well. So again, pretty much any condition. I know there's one Sporting News supplement on eBay. It's been there a long time. It has a major trimming around the edges, and that one's just a little too much missing for me. But anything fully intact, where the eye appeal again isn't horrible, I'm real interested. So anybody with early Lajoie, please come by and see me. Other than that, the next few pieces I'm going to talk about are autographs. One segment of my collection is looking for pre-war baseball Hall of Fame autographs, and primarily, mainly the inner circle guys I'm looking for. There's a few that I currently have holes in my collection that I don't have even a single example for. So those are the ones I'm really looking out for in Chicago. The first one's going to be Cy Young. And really the three mediums that I'm looking for these autographs to be signed on would be either number one, a playing days card. In this case, for Cy Young, a playing days card I would never be able to afford. So that one's automatically out for me. Second example would be some type of real photo postcard and issued or produced during their playing days, preferably. Or if they were a manager or coach or something after the playing days, I'd be okay with it being issued during any of their time in Major League Baseball. Not so much a late days post-career item, but any playing days. And the last medium that I'm looking for would be an autographed type 1 photo. And again, that could be anything from a snapshot photo, which could be almost like the size of a trading card, up to 8x10 is about the biggest that PSA encapsulates. Any autograph item, I'm almost 100% looking for those that have been authenticated already by PSA only. I'm not really looking for Beckett or JSA pieces. If you do have one and it's JSA or Beckett, I would take a look at it. If I'm 100% comfortable after I compare it to other examples that PSA has authenticated, I might be willing to purchase or trade for it in that case. But to make life easier, mainly PSA authenticated pieces. The second one I'm looking for is Walter Johnson. And the same thing, playing days card, real photo postcard, type 1 photo, all from playing days, or shortly thereafter if they were managers or coaches or something like that. Walter Johnson autograph. Third one, I know this one's a near impossibility because his career and his life ended much too early, but Christy Mathewson. Probably can't afford almost anything from him. But if you've got something with an image of him on it, would love to see it. The fourth one is going to be Tris Speaker. Kind of surprised I haven't come across one of those. He's got a decent number of autographs out there. He wasn't the toughest signer. But almost everything I've come across is all post-playing days, like 50s, 60s, or not 60s, 40s, 50s kind of stuff. And again, I'm looking for, he played from 1910 to close to 1930, so I'm looking for stuff more in that era. And the last one, as far as looking for autographs at the show, is going to be Eddie Collins. And he's very similar to Tris Speaker. There's some Eddie Collins autographs out there, but I've not been able to find anything, either playing days card, real photo postcard from his playing career, or type 1 photo from his playing days. So looking for Eddie Collins, one of those as well. Everything, again, authenticated already by PSA, much preferred. So again, I'm also looking for other stuff. So if you've got something rare, pre-war, big name Hall of Famer, may very well be interested in those. A lot of it depends on how much I sell at the National, how much, where I'm at with funds. But certainly feel free to stop by. Would love to meet everybody who follows and subscribes and watches my videos. That would be fantastic. And otherwise, that's it for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to put out another video or not before the National. I'll be away all week, and I don't really carry any filming equipment or anything, so I probably won't be making any videos while I'm there. But definitely upon my return, probably the Monday I get back home the following week, I'll be putting out something recapping my experience and hopefully my success stories from Chicago. So hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I definitely hope to see you in Chicago. And have a great day. See you on the next one.